This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Thursday, January 9th, 2024. I'm Marek Mazurek. 3 independent orthopedic practices in Indiana are joining forces. OrthoIndy in Indianapolis, Tri-State Orthopedics in Evansville, and Fort Wayne Orthopedics announced plans Thursday to merge and create OrthoIndiana with the goal of bringing comprehensive orthopedic care across the state. When the merger is completed in the middle of this year, OrthoIndy will operate 39 locations throughout the state with 160 physicians and more than 1,800 employees, the practices said. OrthoIndy president Dr. Ed Hellman told Inside Indiana Business the decision to bring the practices together was the result of increasing challenges for independent healthcare providers.
Every year we see reductions in reimbursements for what we do for professional services. Every year we see increasing pressures in terms of documentation, in terms of regulation that increase our overall expenses. The result of this is that margins are really squeezed from both ends.
OrthoIndy CEO John Ryan added that there was a common interest among the 3 practices to remain independent. He said many other orthopedic practices are being acquired by hospital systems or private equity firms, and the challenges currently facing the industry make practices more vulnerable.
So by combining with large groups in other cities around the state, we can offer some of these programs and at the same time combine some of the back office functions to create some economies of scale that can potentially save some of the overhead.
Currently, OrthoIndy has 1,250 employees. Fort Wayne Orthopedics employs 240 people, and Tri-State Orthopedics employs 221. Officials in Michigan City are narrowing down requests for proposals on a major mixed-use development in the northwest Indiana city's downtown corridor. The project calls for 500 new apartment units as well as a grocery store, which city officials tell our reporting partners at the Times of Northwest Indiana is much needed in the city. The Times reports Michigan City received 9 proposals and the city's redevelopment commission has narrowed it down to 4. Redevelopment Commission officials have asked for more detailed information from the companies and are expected to make a decision within the next 3 months. The city's request for proposals calls for the project to go in on 8 acres of land starting at the corner of Pine and 5th Streets. The city currently owns all the land in that area, and the chosen developer would purchase the land as part of the deal. The parcels are part of Michigan City's downtown, just a block or 2 east of the main commercial drag of Franklin Street and within a 5-minute drive from the Blue Chip Casino and the Lighthouse Outlet Mall. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
On the heels of a scuttled hospital merger between Rivals and Terre Haute, a state senator introduced a bill that would forbid similar mergers in the future. Last year, nonprofit Union Health tried to acquire the only other acute care hospital in Vigo County by leveraging a state law it helped create, which allows hospital monopolies. Now, Senator Ed Charbonneau, a key architect of the 2021 law, which allows what is known as a Certificate of Public Advantage, or COPA, wants to repeal it. Indiana is one of 19 states that have COPA laws, which allow hospital mergers that the Federal Trade Commission otherwise considers illegal because they reduce competition and often create monopolies. Union Health leaders were instrumental in the passage of Indiana's COPA law when they tried to merge with the Terre Haute Regional Hospital. They supplied draft language for the bill, according to legislative testimony, and Union Health CEO Steve Holman testified before lawmakers that the merger would improve Vigo County's poor public health rankings. But Charbonneau's new bill would prevent such deals and make Indiana the 6th state to repeal its COPA law. Outgoing Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Marek Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.